No, whenever you're ready.
I'm not ready. Hey guys, welcome back. What we're going to look at today is, as a wedding photographer, being asked the question of, have you shot at my wedding venue before? We've got a couple and we're going to go out and we're going to shoot some portraits. We're going to try and show that it's not imperative if you shot at a wedding venue before. The guys that I'm working with today are all brilliant wedding photographers. It's not a competition, it's not who shoots the best portraits, it's not who shoots the best stuff, but the only rules are you've got 20 minutes, you must shoot your portraits like you would do on a wedding day. We're not going to see where each other are shooting, but the only specification is that we all have to shoot in one of the same places, mainly to show that if you take 4 photographers shooting in the same space, then you should still get 4 different results. So it's about doing your research, it's not about how the photographers have shot at a venue before or not. We're at Beeston Manor, it's a beautiful day for it. Let's go and meet the 4 photographers.
Hello, yeah, I'm Helen from Helen Williams Photography. Yeah, anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Perfect. I'm Jack from Project Valentine.
I'm Phil from Phil Salisbury Photography.
And again, I'm Nick from Nick Bryant Photography. What do you guys think? And are you hearing the question more?
I don't think it really matters because a lot of the time, going to a wedding on a sunny day and saying, oh, this is our venue, look how great it looks. If it then rains, that goes out the window entirely, so it's irrelevant. So really, you just look at what works on the day.
So even if you've shot at a venue before, if you go in at a different time of year, the locations you shoot or how you would place or pose your couples will be completely different.
When I go back to a venue, I will always try and look to shoot something different than the last time I was there anyway, because I don't want all my photos to be the same. I think there's pros and cons to having shot somewhere before. Like if you have shot there before, you know the space, you know some cool places for portraits, but like Jack said, if it rains, it kind of goes out the window.
I've not shot there before, I might look at the venue prior to going, but 9 times out of 10, I'm tipping up and adapting to the light time of day. Sort of.
I've shot here before. Jack's probably got the most experience considering he got married here.
Yeah, I've shot here and I've got married here, but like you said, you do want to try and keep things fresh, so you still look at things differently. So, and obviously every time you do a wedding, you just take away a little nugget of new information every time, and sometimes you then try and reapply that when you come back to somewhere. So
I've only second shot here, so I've never done sort of all-run bridal portrait, so it's different sort of arriving today and thinking about me and my style of shooting rather than other photographers and where I would go. So yeah, I'm constantly looking for colour and location because that suits my style. So yeah, I think I'll be probably bricking myself on some rose bushes later on.
I think the main thing from today is we're going to see, yes, we're all going to shoot in one of the same places, and we're going to see some portraits from loads of different angles, and I know that you're going to do something completely different to what everyone else was doing. But I'm quite excited by that, and I think it'll be really good to show. Each of us are going to go out individually, and we're going to spend 20 minutes with a couple, and we're going to go out and shoot. And the only one space that we all have to shoot is against the aircraft hangar doors. The reason for that is going back to what we've said before about shooting at the venues and certain venues having sort of staples that you will see. For me, Beeston Manor, the stuff that you see is the aircraft hangar doors. I know that we're all going to shoot it differently, we're all going to approach it differently, and that's kind of what I'm really excited about. We're not going to see each other shooting, we're not going to see where each other's going or doing what. So do you reckon that we're going to use the same spaces?
I think Helen. I'll go against the grain a little bit. But
I'll try to.
I guess it depends on people's style and stuff, and obviously like we said, we're looking at the light and bits and pieces that's going to hopefully
We are shooting at the worst time of day, so it's definitely going to be a challenge.
But that's, like you said, that's all part and parcel of what we're saying about why venue visits aren't always that important, why shooting at a venue isn't always that important, because as creatives, that's what we're going to look at anyway when we get there, is just what might be harsh at a certain time of day might be better for later, so we'll do that later on instead of now.
I arrived and looked around an hour ago and was like, I know where I'm standing, I know where my light's going to be, I know where I'm going to place my couples, make use of the direct sunlight, and now it's clouded over and it's completely different again, so yeah. So we're all back from shooting.
it was quite eventful. Some of us took 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and sort of got it all done. But how was it with you? I need to start with Helen, because we've had you ranting at the window because the gardener cut down the long grass that you wanted. You had panicked with the lights, people had moved stuff. So go on, how was it?
Stressful, to be fair, but yeah, it was definitely feeling like it's a pressured day when you're shooting at a wedding. So yeah, I suppose that added some extra pressure. And then yeah, got to the front, and the gardener had moved my lights, which I'd set up, which on a wedding day I would do as well. I'd always set my lights up before bringing the couple out. So they were moved, so I had to put them back again, and it took me a couple of minutes to get those back in the right spot. And then we had binmen coming down the drive, we had couples leaving their cars, we had gates closed. So yeah, everything sort of went against me. But that's what you need to do on a wedding day. You've just got to be flexible, and you've just got to work under pressure. So fingers crossed. Did all right. We'll see.
And Jack was back like in 12, 13 minutes.
I have to ask the timekeeper to see what...
But you weren't 20 minutes?
No. Because again, I try and do 2 15-minute sessions anyway, so
Yeah.
working at the pace I did was normal for me to do on a wedding day. So.
Because you said to us, well, you tend to sort of pick out 3 or 4 locations.
Yeah.
And just go through those. And
Yeah, I'll do 3 or 4 earlier on, and then do the same later, depending on where the sun's going to set. So I'll just prioritise my first slot, depending on the light, and then do the same again.
So I think I was only out for 15 minutes. I was kind of like, how am I doing? And yeah, I was done. And you went first. So
I went first. I had the added bonus of going first. Yeah, I think I was the only person who utilised the actual full 20 minutes.
yeah, you and Helen, and
It
obviously.
went great, as you said. You touched on the circuit, so I sort of picked out spots that I was going to go and shoot at first, make sure that it followed sort of the running order. As Jack's mentioned, compensate for light, depending on the time of day and stuff, etc. You look at doing maybe 2 sessions with it. It's pretty much standard if you would.
No, it's been. I've had a blast. I really hope you guys have as well. And yeah, thank you so much for coming along and doing this, and
Thank you for having us.
being the first ones for what is hopefully going to be a series. And if it is, there'll be a link for other ones knocking about somewhere. But yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, somewhere. Yeah. And yeah, we'll. Yeah.
It really needs to be right here now.
Just right here.
Oh, actually, yeah, just put the link right here.
And the outtakes, there you go.
Just like a winner's badge.
Just stick link Bryant photography right there. And just, yeah.
It's realistically going to be up here.
But yeah, thank you so much, guys. And yeah, we'll show some of the photos that we've taken, and we can sort of see what we, because we've had a brief look. So yeah, these are the photos that we've picked out to show you. And obviously there's the aircraft hangar where we all shot that as to try and show it doesn't really matter. It's all about the style and how you perceive it. But yeah, here's the photos. Have a look.